Hello, welcome to Uzi Love Tarot. Sorry Pisces, I actually just started a video for you guys, and in the middle of it, it just cut off. So I am going to go ahead and restart the reading based on the cards that I just pulled. The video literally just cut off an introduction while I was pulling the general energy based off the cards already being pulled. So I'm just going to jump right back in, Pisces. This is your March 2019 love tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick look at the cards here. I have the meditation paired with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords, the balance card paired with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups, spiritual growth paired with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands, answered prayers paired with the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, along with the forgiveness card, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles for the overall energy. So Pisces, let's go ahead and keep it going here. Sorry, it's my camera. I'm so sorry, Pisces. Okay. Okay, Pisces. So, the overall energy that I was getting with the cards here, I was basically stating that it looks like here that you're heading in a new direction after having like some stagnancy, like you were being stuck somewhere, but you know exactly where you want to go. You could have even been going through like a healing process at this moment, like you've already made a decision and you're standing in your power of the decision that you made, okay? And you know, maybe other people around you really aren't understanding the reasons behind this decision, but you know that it's going to be best for you and starting a new cycle and moving forward in your life, okay? So what I'm getting throughout the cards here, I feel like Pisces, you could have been going through, like, again, you were stagnant. You were kind of unclear of the decision that you made, but I felt like you had to go within to yourself and really think about the decisions that you were making. Like, were they irrational? Am I just making these choices out of spite? Or, you know, really coming to the conclusion of your decision and why you came to that choice. Maybe you were blinded by a lot of things and beforehand you really couldn't see why you needed to make this decision, but now I think that you're coming through getting clarity based off of like just going within and like really like taking the blinders off to something that, you know, you really needed to go within to see like how to move forward with it. And I think like you were kind of distracted. Maybe you were distracting your mind even. Like you knew you had to make this decision, but you were kind of distracting yourself, or you were like fighting your time making this final decision. But whatever it is, you're moving forward now. And I think that a lot of balance is coming into your life at this time, Pisces. I think that you're even noticing things that were affected that you didn't even know were affected before. Like once you're going into this transition now of moving from like whatever old energy you were dealing with into the new, whether this be a person, place, like a thing, a job, you're kind of seeing like the levels of neglect. Like, wow, I wasn't even tending to like my nutrition or something. Like, you know, if you were in like a job that really kept you busy a lot of the time and you were like in a lot on like high demand at your job, you could have let just things go in your life that you didn't even really notice at first. Like, let's say if you're a person that's in typically good like physical condition, you're just a natural slim person, okay? During this, you're not seeing any like physical weight or anything put on, but you could have high blood pressure or something now. Like it wasn't even something that you could see externally, maybe internally. There were just things being neglected that you really didn't see that they were being neglected during this time of stagnation. Okay. But I think you're coming to a balance now, and you're seeing everything for what it is. Like, you're seeing what makes you happy. Like, okay, you're deciding that, this actually does make me happy, and I'm going to go for this. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to it before. And this all goes back to like knowing what direction you are going in and really feeling confident, like standing in your power, knowing that this is the right choice for you moving forward. Okay. I really feel like you're going through this transition you were going through. It really awakened you spiritually. Like, maybe it even changed a lot about you, and you didn't even really know what was going on during that period of stagnation. Maybe you felt like you were the problem, or you just couldn't get things right. Like maybe you felt like you had an era of bad luck or something, and really moving in this new direction, it's really putting a lot of things into perspective for you. Like, you're seeing everything that you were neglecting about yourself, staying in that stagnant situation, and you're really coming to terms with like balancing yourself out, finding out what really makes you happy again. Maybe you didn't even know what really made you happy because you were so focused on this last energy. Like, it took so much out of you that you didn't even know, like, certain things that really made you happy because you were so distracted. Like, you were just, wrapped up in whatever this previous thing was. It took so much out of you, you really couldn't see, like, past it almost. Anything beyond it, you really couldn't see past it because you were so, like, wrapped up in it, and, like, so much of your energy was put into it, I think, okay? A lot of burdens were on you, but during this spiritual growth, I really feel like you are starting a new passionate beginning. Like, and I know, like, the direction that you're going in, you may even be really passionate about it. So, like, if you met a new person, like, let's say you had an old person that you were stagnant with, and you were having like a hard time letting it go, and like healing, but you're healing from it now, and you're like forgiving, yourself, forgiving everything that went wrong in that last relationship, and like even forgiving yourself for like staying too long, maybe, and forgiving the fact that you had a lot of emotions tied up in this, and where you're moving to now, it can be a lot of passion. So, I mean, even if like you met a new person, you feel a lot of passion about this new person. Like, this person just puts a spark in you, and maybe you feel like, this was what was missing, this whole time where you previously were, and even if this is a job, there could just be an excitement factor there that you weren't getting from your previous job, that really has you wanting to go in this new direction, because I really feel like you had to go within and really seek balance within yourself, because you could have been really irrational at one point and really stagnant and not really seeing like what needs to happen. But something has transpired, whether it was something you did, the universe did, someone else did. You're moving in a new direction, and it looks like you're putting in a lot of work to get there. Like, and maybe you worked on yourself, and this is the reward of you working on yourself. There's a lot of spiritual growth, and you're getting like some answered prayers. So if you were stuck and stagnant in something before that you really weren't fulfilled in, I really feel like you're going somewhere that you're going to be very passionate about. There's going to be a lot of give and take. Like, it's going to be a balanced situation. You have two balancing cards here as far as the balance card itself. And the Six of Pentacles speaks of give and take. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You're giving and receiving. And that's a balance, giving and receiving. And there's a lot of wands here. So there's a lot of passion behind this choice to move forward. And you know what you want to do. Like, whatever burdens that you were carrying before, you put them all down, and you only got one now. And it's because of the growth that you were having within yourself. And I think you were really praying to like come out of stagnancy. Like you really wanted to come out of being stagnant somewhere that you just you weren't fulfilled. It could have just been a lot of damage done where you previously were, and now you just know like it's time to move, and you're really doing the work yourself. You did the work, like you went within, you balanced yourself out, and you're moving in a new direction that is really going to give you a lot of like balance and give and take, and it's just going to be very calmer. You're going to feel very victorious where you're going. And it's because it's like a new cycle had to start. You know, you were very stagnant, and maybe at first you really didn't want to take a new direction. Like you were almost scared of where all this could lead you. But you really had to like go within and get creative, like about a decision. Maybe, you know, you just let God, you know, take the wheel. And once you did that, you started to grow emotionally, you know, spiritually, because once you let go and let God, you know, you are opening up to the universe, open up to God to come into your life and help make change. And I think that you were like praying for something major to happen in your life, and it did. You know, I really feel like whatever you were in, you are now moving out of it. And like Pisces, this is almost like the whole storyline. I have nothing else for you. Like, I really see it's very clear to me that you could be going through a healing process after moving in a new direction, like moving away from something. But you're very passionate about where you want to go, and you're even willing to put in a lot of work to get there, or you are putting in a lot of work just to get to this next step. And you had to go within and really like see your old ways, like whatever you were blinded to, or whatever like previous ways you had about yourself, you had to really seek within and say like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this happening? You know, and you went within, you really did. And you could have just like open yourself up to see like you were blinded. I think you were really blinded for a long time, and you were so focused on other things, and you were like getting distracted and even letting things go within your own personal growth, that once you finally like let go of whatever issue you were holding on to, if this was a past person, a past job, I think like once you let that go, a lot of balance came into your life, and maybe emotionally you let it go, you know, and you just gave it to the universe. And with you doing that, you know, you went within, and you know there's some emotional fulfillment that is coming. You know, I wouldn't even say emotional fulfillment, just, you know, you're ready to just move forward in your life. And you know, whether this is not even a new person that you're moving towards passionately, I think you're moving forward passionately, knowing like there's a next chapter for me. Like, you're moving passionately, like moving towards the next step of life. Like, you know, you're optimistic. You know, you're no longer afraid or stagnant. So whatever was holding you back, you're just eager to move into the next stage, because you might have been there for too long, and you're just ready to move forward. But I really see that that's what you're doing now. You're moving forward very passionately, and healing a lot of things along the way, I think, as well. But you're becoming very you know, awakened spiritually. And I think this is going to lead you to some really good things, especially if it has to do with a career. Um, I know there are not a lot of pinnacles here, but the pinnacles that are here really reference harvesting and putting in the work and planting your seeds, and, you know, give and take. And that to me seems like, you know, the give and take of you showing up to work on time to get that steady paycheck every week. You know, so maybe you could be moving forward passionately to a new job, just moving forward in your career passionately. And I think this is going to be a good direction for you wherever you're going. If you're transitioning into a new job, I think it's going to be very fulfilling for you there. And you can even get paid really well there as well. But wherever you previously left from, I think it was the best thing for you, and you contemplated on it for a while, but it was really an answered prayer. So best of luck to you wherever you are going, Pisces. Only you know what is going on in your life. But it looks like a very good reading that you're heading in the right direction and you're standing in your power right now, Pisces. So happy birthday to all my Pisces out there. If you haven't had a birthday yet, if you did, happy belated birthday. And I just want to thank you for stopping in and checking out a reading here at Usi Love Tarot. Apologize about my voice. I actually had a terrible cough and I was just a mess this past week. So if I sound a little hoarse, I need to drink some tea. But Pisces, you're headed in the right direction. This new direction is going to be very fulfilling. And I think you're very optimistic and enthusiastic about wherever you're going. So best of luck to you, Pisces. And I'll see you again for the mid months. Bye-bye.